Hey, it's a brand new day. Welcome to the Rundown with Ramon. My name is Ramon Ray, publisher of zoneofgenius.com. We have an amazing segment today, and I may touch on the power of follow-up, how important that is for business, or I may touch on the power of first impressions and how we show up. We'll see which one I'm going to do. I may touch on impressions today, something that's going on in my life right now, but welcome to a brand new edition of today's Rundown with Ramon. We're also going to touch on Lululemon CEO is stepping down in January, what that means for your business. Rivian, the car company, unveils self-driving chip as EV sales come to a slow. We're going to touch on that. And OpenAI launches the best model yet for professional use. How might that impact your business? Woo, this is good. Amazon is launching 1-hour in-store pickup service. We'll see how this is. And Starbucks barista strike keeps going. Welcome to a brand new day. This is the Rundown with Ramon. Jennifer Bennett is here. Jennifer, I was just talking about you today on Clubhouse, just talking about you today. Jennifer Bennett is an amazing human. Check out her and what she's doing at Get Desky. Get Desky. I think that's the right one. Woo! Ayanna is here today. Ayanna, glad you're here, of the Musical Web. Thank you so much for being here today, Ayanna. The Musical Web, where you can get your amazing piano lessons. I'm in there. I'm learning. I need to do more. I know Ayanna, but Ayanna's here today. Glad you're here, Ayanna. And of course, the amazing Alexandra Nicole joins us. Feels like we have a whole cast today. Good morning, Alexandra Nicole. Glad you're here today, and definitely check out what Alexandra is doing at Elevate Your Growth. And you can see what Alexandra is doing at EYGEvents.com, EYGEvents.com. So here's what I want to share with you today: the power of first impressions. And actually, you can help me today. Whether you're watching this live, you can comment, or you're hearing it on archive on YouTube, on our podcast, Facebook, Instagram, and more. I'm going out today to speak with somebody. I put my shirt on, and my shirt was okay, but it wasn't as nice looking as I wanted. So I took my shirt off and I ironed my shirt. As I'm sitting here now, I realize that my two t-shirts, I always wear two t-shirts, I get cold very easily, are showing through here, and it doesn't look as professional as I'd like it. So I'm going to change and put on two V-necked t-shirts where you can't see through here. Question of the day to you is that OCD? Is that too much? Or do you think, no, Ramon, I think you're right. That shirt could look a bit better. And here's the nugget. Here's the lesson of the day. If you want to do more in 2026, if you want to change how people perceive you, if you want to change how you show up, if you want to get to the next level, and maybe you're already in the world of next level, but you want to soar in there and keep going up in that level, maybe there's something you need to change about how you show up. Now, I'm not talking about the looks you have. That's what God gave you. Our bodies are shaped this way and that way, and we do our best to work out and do this, that, and the other. Not talking about those things per se. But right now, on the Rundown with Ramon, I'm looking at how my shirt looks under here. It looks a bit schlubby. And I have to go in about 45 minutes. Got to get the train to New York City. And I'm like, I need to change this. I can do better. I put a nice jacket on, got to put a pocket square there. I think I got a nice shirt here. It's casual-ish. I like the print. Usually I wear a plain white shirt. But this one, I said, let me just put this one on. It goes nice with the jacket. It's a casual meeting, but an important meeting. But I'm looking at my t-shirt. I'm like, it messes up everything I'm trying to do. So it's time for me to change my t-shirt. I'm not going to do that live on the show. And I want us all to think about how we show up. Is how we show up meeting and matching where we want to go? This show here, the Rundown with Ramon. The lighting, I'd like to think, is important. The background I have is important. My audio sounds crisp and clear. I've played with kind of looking at the lower thirds, how I want that to show up, because I said, if I want to be the best host, if I want a bigger hosting deal to show up live on a bigger platform or the same platform, but thousands and thousands of people, I have to be who I am and where I want to go. So you have to show up with it. Am I saying everybody has to have a professional studio? And this is not a professional studio. This is just my office. I work right at this desk, but I've up-leveled it. I have better lighting, better sound, making sure I sound nice and crisp. And Chris Cushing echoes this. Thank you, Chris. She said, no, it's not too much. You have to feel comfortable with your appearance. If you're uncomfortable, it shows. That's so true. And I do think in some way, hey, Darlene, good to see you here. And I do think in some way there are certain standards. Now, I'm not saying do you have to have this kind of hair, that kind of hair. But for example, if you got dirt under your nails, I don't think that's something you can say, well, I'm comfortable with dirt under my nails. That's their problem. In the Western world, in our modern society, in America of today, and being in the professional settings many of us are, I don't think that is acceptable. I think it's not acceptable to have dirty nails. I'm not saying they got to be manicured and polished, but I don't think it's acceptable to have dirty nails. You see what I mean? Now, if I'm in construction and I'm talking to construction guys and gals and we're going on site, they expect you to show up a certain way. Putting on 9-inch heels and a fancy skirt could be a distraction. You get what I'm trying to say here? Hey, Darlene, good morning. Glad you're here as well. I got all the family out. Thank you, Darlene, for being here. Appreciate it. Jennifer Bennett of Get Desky says, a well-kept person gives the person the impression that you will also take the same level of care with what they hire you for. Yay and amen. So this is happening live. This happened just now. I'm getting on a train soon to go to a meeting. And this is my uniform. I always dress up, but normally it's a white shirt, but I always put a nice jacket on, nice pair of jeans, nice pair of Johnson & Murphy shoes or Cole Haan shoes, the white sole. That's kind of my go-to style. But the t-shirt bothered me. And it made me realize, Ramon, if you want to get to where you're going, if you want to be who you are, you're going to have to also dress the part. This does not mean lying. This does not mean fake it. Now, I have no problem with fake it till you make it. Sometimes things happen. If you watch Pursuit of Happiness with Will Smith, he was painting and he spilled paint on himself and painting his house or something, but he still had to show up at the meeting. He still showed up. Now, I've been there before, not exactly like that, but I've been there before where you got to show up how it is. It is what it is. But this is my challenge for us today. What are we willing to do? What do we know must change? What do we know must change if we're going to be at the places we want to be at? You're knocking on the door to go into a certain room, and they said you have to wear a jacket to be in this room, and you're saying, no, I don't. I can wear a dirty t-shirt. Just let me in and accept me. That's not cool. Now, we feel uncomfortable about this. Do I really have to adapt? Should I adapt? Why can't they just accept me as I am? I think we mix things. Jesus said, come as you are. Yes, but he said, take my yoke upon you. There's some changes that are needed. It's different in business, I think. We all have a certain bar, a certain a standard, a certain way. And I'm not saying it's always a jacket. Chris Cushing may be having an event, something she's doing. She said, no, Ramon, wearing a jacket. You look out of place, dude. No jacket. Put on a tank top. Right? Jennifer Bennett may be having something. She's like, Ramon, why'd you wear shiny penny loafers to my event? Like, really, we're all wearing white sneakers. We said that. So you get the point I'm making. It's not just about our dress look. It's how do we show up? How does our podcasting look? How does our book look? So I talked to Seth Godin when I was doing this book. I'm not saying it's the best per se, but when I look at the Celebrity CEO cover, I'm very proud of it. If you don't have Celebrity CEO, go out and get it. Many books, I don't know if they're today, they shouldn't be that way because we have AI and Canva Advanced and all this, but many self-published books I see, they smell self-published. They look cheap. So my point is how we show up does matter. By the way, my name is Ramon Ray. If you want to get insight like this and you don't want to miss out, I encourage you sign up for zoneofgenius.com. Go to zoneofgenius.com. Sign up, subscribe so you don't miss out. Be on our email list so you can get all this insight sent right to your email inbox and you don't miss out. Also, we've just launched Office Hours with Ramon. If you're like, wow, if this is amazing content, amazing insight, can I work with Ramon? Yes, you can. Can Ramon mentor me? Can he coach me? Can he share these kind of insights with me? Join us in Office Hours with Ramon at RamonOfficeHours.com, RamonOfficeHours.com. That's the message of the day today. Let me move on to a few other key points. Ding, 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 ding. Ripped from the headlines of LinkedIn. Lululemon CEO is stepping down in January. Now, you may say, Ramon, what in the world does that mean for business? I'm getting to a point. Lululemon CEO Calvin McDonald will leave the top job at the athleisure brand at the end of January, the company announced. He will remain a senior advisor until the end of March. McDonald has come in for public criticism from Lululemon founder Chip Wilson, who lamented a loss of cool and declining U.S. sales. Lululemon has also been contending with rising competition and higher tariff costs. The board is beginning a search for McDonald's successor. Two things I want to say here. Two things. One, leadership for sure is very important. And for us entrepreneurs, for us small business owners, there's only one leader we can blame. Jennifer can only blame Jennifer. Ayanna can only blame Ayanna. Alexandria can only blame Alexandria. Chris can only blame Chris. And Darlene can only blame Darlene. Ramon can only blame Ramon. They're only going to fire us. The only way we'll get fired is by our customers showing declining sales, and we'll be out of business. So as a leader, we don't have the comfort to say, I'm leaving next year. I have a big exit package to get millions. Understand Lululemon is a public multi-million-dollar company. They have different problems, different ways they operate. For us smaller businesses, $500,000, $1 million, $3 million, $200,000 in revenue, we have to be able to adapt and change. There's no board going to fire us. There's no big exit that we have. There's no high ticket offer that we have. There's no big golden handcuffs that we have. There's not that. It's not like that. No. So we have to change. We have to adapt. What are we doing different to get to where we want? Lululemon said things are not well, declining sales. We need new leadership to fix it. That's the only person who can fix it. A leader steering the company in a better direction, maybe. But what about all our small businesses? So I've said that Ramon Ray is going to have 2026 be his best year ever. How am I going to do that? By being doing the same things the same way? I have to be the same leader. I'm the leader of my company. But there's 4 key areas I'm working in. 4 key areas. 1, motivational keynote speaking, being an event host. How can I do more of this? Paid keynote speaker, paid event host. And/or speaking at friends events and other partnership events, and I receive something of value from that. But events, how can I do more of this? Number 2 is working with my brand sponsors. And part of that is, Jennifer just said it, follow up, follow up, follow up, follow up, follow up. Working with the brand sponsors, follow up and making sure I'm making an offer for them to want to buy from me. But the power of follow-up. Working with brand sponsors is the number 2 focus I'm doing, and I'm building a sales machine with the help of Chris Cushing and my team to do this much more detailed so that every day, every week, there's inbound leads going in that I can reach out to. Once the leads come in, that we can have them on our podcast, add value to them in some way. Once they're on our podcast, we can follow up with them and make them an offer. That is what I am doing my best to build. That's number 2, brand sponsors. Number 3, leaning in on office hours with Ramon. Thousands and thousands and thousands of people follow me. And for years and years after years, I've said, no, I can't help you. That changes. I'm saying now I can. It's a very simple program, office hours with Ramon. That's number 3. The number 4 is leveraging, being more intentional about leveraging the relationships that I have. How can I add value to Jennifer? We're already doing that. How can she add value to me? Where does she want to go? Where do I want to go? How can she bring her carrots, me bring my potatoes, and together we can make something bigger? This is what I'm working on. Because yes, I'm amazing in my own right, an amazing host, an amazing speaker, amazing what I'm doing here. You know this already. You see this by God's grace. But also, I know amazing people and amazing brands, amazing names who can add more value. And guess what? My peers like Jennifer and like Chris and like Alexandria, we know people as well that are at another higher level than us who can add value and 10x what we're doing. So that's my message for you. Going off a page of Lululemon. Lululemon CEO is stepping down because Lululemon's not growing. Leaders, what are we doing different that will help us get to the next level? Woo, Jennifer, you are too much. Jennifer says, I found the roast for our stew. Well, I'm going to bring you some roast too. We'll put our roast together. I love it. Alexandra Nicole's here in the message. A stone soup reference. Come on, Alexandra. This is what it's about. This is what it's about. Ding, 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 ding. Next up, Rivian unveils self-driving chip as EV sales slow. Here's the nugget, but let me tell you the news of the day. Rivian, this car manufacturer, automotive upstart, has developed its own chip and AI models. That's big. The company announced at an event Thursday in Palo Alto, California. The chip will effectively replace the NVIDIA-powered system that's embedded in the electric car maker's current lineup of vehicles and power near-future self-driving cars. Self-driving features. While the AI assistant will be part of an upcoming subscription service, the advancements come as U.S. EV sales slow following the expiry of a federal tax incentive for EV purchases. Let me bring it home for you. Again, Rivian has their own chips now and has their own AI component. They're saying we're not going to use NVIDIA. This is the same struggle, same challenge, same direction that I'm working on. And Chris, listen to this as well. Thanks for being here. I can build on other people's platforms, which is great. I love my clients, Black Enterprise, who's hired me for 3, 4, 5 years to be the host of Excel Summit for Men. My client, Entrepreneur, asked me to host Entrepreneur Level Up and more. Love my paying clients who I'm on their stages. I'll be at Social Media Marketing World, hosting Social Media Marketing World. But should Ramon also be having his own event or event series? Should Ramon be going on tour? Should Ramon Ray bring people together and produce his own machine as I've done before? You need to figure this out for yourself as well. It's great for Alexandria to be on other people's podcasts, great for Alexandria to show up on other people's platforms, but should she have her own? And of course she does, EYGevents.com. You feel what I mean? There's a time where we want to be with others, we want to work with others, we want to partner with others, yes, but also maybe is there a time where we need to focus on building our own thing? Now, in every season is not the time for it, but I've done it. I had the Small Business Summit for 10 or more years with hundreds of people that attended it. Me and Ayanna's mutual coach, Lamar Tyler, rented the Avalon Hotel, put his face on, his wife's face on. It was his event. He owned the whole thing, lock, stock, and barrel. Should Ramon Ray be planning the celebrity CEO event about personal branding? I have that IP. Should I do a genius event leveraging the Zone of Genius name where I'm forefront, I'm producing and hosting it? So this is for you all to consider, all to think. Come on, Chris, let's go. Chris said yes. So as we build our new relationship, that's the idea. We'll see if we make it happen. But I got a lot of carrots and potatoes, Chris. So yeah, this can be done. Jennifer's already like, yeah, I mean, Jennifer's, shoot. And Alexandra, this is the dream. What's funny, this is the dream team right here. This is, y'all don't even know, this is the dream team already right here, just with us. So should it be done? So I want you to think for yourself as well. The things you're doing. Yes, there's time where you're on other people's platform. There's time where you need to leverage other people. Absolutely. But then also, when is it time to do your own thing and leverage what you do for yourself? This is what it is. And we're envisioning this right now on a live show. We're envisioning it right now. You can bring others to your stage just as come on, Chris, just as they brought you to yours. Exactly. We already got a speaker, Alexandra Nicole. And I know Jennifer would be a part of it as well. So this is the thing I'm thinking through, but I'll be clear. Another lesson learned, teaching you what I'm doing. This is the vision. I know how to get it done. It's in my head. I know it. The execution, I'm going to have to lean on somebody else. And that'll be Chris. Lean on somebody else to make it happen. I got too much going on, too distracted. And I'm saying that's my gift. Too many things. I can bring the people. I can bring Seth Godin. We can bring amazing people. And I know Jennifer and Alexandra, we all know good people. We can bring them together. The meeting I'm having today, in Hudson Yards, off the chain. Off the chain. Moving on. Ding, 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 ding. So that was a note, by the way, about Rivian unveiling self-driving chips using its own AI model, not using NVIDIA. And the tip of the day, the reminder, that lesson of the day is, when is it time for you to do your own thing and not just focus on others? Ding, 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 ding. OpenAI launches its best model yet for professional use. Under pressure from rivals, OpenAI released its best model yet for professional tasks like building spreadsheets, creating presentations, and writing code. The new GPT 5.2 is the latest version of the flagship artificial intelligence model that powers ChatGPT. It comes after CEO Sam Altman declared a code red to improve the chatbot in the face of renewed competition from the likes of Google and Anthropic. Altman told CNBC he expects OpenAI will be able to stand down by January. So they've launched the best model yet. Another nugget for us. Competition is swirling all around us all the time. Some of us are front-facing entrepreneurs. We have our own communities. We are building our own machines. Others, their business is to support entrepreneurs. And here's my point today. As Sam Altman has said, he has competition facing. It's OpenAI, ChatGPT is not out of the woods. It's not a given. It's a race with Anthropic, with Perplexity, OpenAI with Google Gemini, and more. OpenAI could be out of business. I doubt it. There's too much invested in them, but you get my point. Same with you and I. I'm 53 years old. I only have a finite time I'll be in this earth, a finite time I'll be fully healthy. And my goal is in the next 1 to 2 years, this is my goal. I've been on a 3-year journey to maximize the Ramon Ray brand, to maximize what I'm doing, to build better, bigger, faster, more impactful. And I have to figure this out. So my question to you is, where are you going? What are you doing? If a $1 billion brand like OpenAI is running, what about you? Jensen Huang, CEO of NVIDIA, he's been doing this for 30 years. He echoed what Scott Simon says. He says, I always operate from fear. Fear, not in a bad way, but I don't get on my laurels thinking, oh, we're a $1 billion brand and we're all good. He operates from a position of that maybe we have no money. You get what I mean? He operates from a position of thirst, a position of always hungry. And that's my message today when I see this note from Sam Altman of OpenAI. How is our business operating? I'm going to mash something else here. Amazon is launching 1-hour in-store pickup service. Why are they doing this? Because they can. Because Amazon knows there's always a competitor right around the corner. So they always must innovate and see what other areas can we better serve our customers. So one of their concepts, of course, is 1-hour shipping. You order it and it comes within 1 hour via drone, via robot, via somehow they're figuring that out. But now maybe they're saying, hey, let's put a store there where people want something, they can get it from the local store in 1 hour. That's interesting. How is Jennifer innovating? How is Alexandria innovating? How are we innovating? That's the question of the day today. Everybody, my name is Ramon Ray. This is The Rundown with Ramon. This episode brought to you by our friends at Bitdefender, reminding you this. When you go home at night, you lock the door of your house. Click, click. When you leave your car, you lock your car. Boop, boop. Is your small business secure? Do yourself a favor and go to bitdefender.com/Ramon, bitdefender.com/Ramon, and make sure you have the software that adds another layer of protection for your business. Bitdefender.com. This episode brought to you by our friends. Malware is a real thing. Phishing is a real thing. Scams are a real thing. All these things, cyber criminals want to attack your business, and they're often succeeding. You have to do everything you can to make it more difficult for them to attack your business so they move on. And or if you are attacked, if they got through your password manager with Bitdefender happens. If they got through your VPN with Bitdefender has. Can you at least be alerted so you know that you've been attacked and you can mitigate that threat and do something about it? Everybody, my name is Ramon Ray. This is The Rundown with Ramon. Loving being here. Do me a favor. You've already commented. Share this out. Let people know you're listening to this. Alexandria, thank you for how you amplify this show and amplify me. Alexandria Nicole says here, love this. Always love from those listening. I paused and I'm looking within and asking our members how elevate your growth can be more impactful in 2026. I love that. I love that. Have a beautiful day, and I'll see you next time. Monday, that would be at 7:30. Those who are listening to the podcast, on demand, and more, we'll see you whenever you scroll through and listen again. Thanks. Woo, that was a good show. Headed to the train in a few minutes, doing a little this, little that today, and wishing you a blessed day. Thanks for being here on The Rundown with Ramon, and if I can help you in some way, let me know, Darlene. Thank you so much. See y'all next time. Bye-bye.